to my channel. As you can see, I'm in a brand new apartment. I just moved. I've been super busy with that, which is why you probably haven't seen me as much on YouTube lately, but finally I'm here. As you can see, I tried to make a little bit of a background here. Not my best work, but you know, we'll keep getting better. So for today's video, I want to talk about some of the things that I've been watching lately, some movies, TV shows, and anime. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I don't remember half of the things that I watch usually, which is why I need to be more on it with my letterbox, because I just forget that I have a letterbox usually. Like, I would watch something and then log in and be like, yes, I'm gonna use letterbox way more now, and then I just forget about it for weeks. Before we start though, I do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, Lingoda, which is an amazing way to learn another language. You can achieve your goal of being fluent in a language in just 3 months with Lingoda. I have been taking French. Je m'appelle Monika. Je suis dominicaine. J'aime le chocolat. Chocolat. And the best thing about Lingoda is that when you sign up and you attend all of your classes, you get 100% cash back. So they have this thing called Sprint and Super Sprint. So Super Sprint is if you attend 30 classes a month for 3 months, you will get 100% of your money back at the end. Sprint is if you attend 15 classes a month for 3 months, you'll get 50% of your money back. You can join the Sprint in English, German, French, Spanish, and Business English. Places in the Sprint are limited though, so if you want to participate, I suggest you sign up now. I'm gonna leave a link down below with a voucher that you can use. As you guys know, Spanish is my first language and I learned English in school. And honestly, learning a second language has been one of the best things that I've done in my life, because it's opened a lot of doors for me, a lot of opportunities. I've been able to live in the US and communicate, and you know, I have a whole channel in English when English isn't even my first language. So if you do want to take that first step into learning another language, you can try Lingoda and see how you like it. Okay, now let's start with some TV shows that I've been watching lately. Okay, so one TV show that I watched lately is The Queen's Gambit, and I'm pretty sure everyone has seen that show already. I think it's #1 on Netflix. It's been #1 for a while. I stan Anya Taylor-Joy. Yes, I stan. She's actually an Argentine actress, and she speaks perfect Spanish with the Argentine accent and everything. It really surprised me because I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, The Queen's Gambit. I thought that the first episode of the show was a little bit, it was the worst episode, honestly. But not only that, it was kind of slow. And I guess that if The Queen's Gambit were a movie instead of a TV show, it would make sense. But other than that, the whole show was amazing. I always wanted to keep watching after I finished an episode. If you haven't watched it yet, it's about this girl who is an orphan, and she has this amazing ability to play chess. She learned, and she became this master at chess. Like, when she was like this, well, that was kind of my height. She was this small, maybe? I don't know. She looks tall. Oh no. Basically, she has this amazing gift to play chess. I loved many things about the show. Of course, the story is great. This female chess player, she beats every single person that she plays with. The cinematography, the colors, the art direction, everything. I love period pieces. Honestly, I finished watching it, and the next day I was like, I need to watch it again. I want to watch it again. It was just that good. Okay, so it's getting kind of dark in the kitchen, so I'm just gonna stay around here. Another TV show that I watched lately is The Crown season 4, and it was amazing. It was way better than season 3 in my opinion. Season 3 was kind of weird, but season 4 was amazing. Of course, we see Princess Diana. I thought that the actress that played Diana captured her whole persona so well, as well as Josh O'Connor, who plays Charles. Of course, he's way more handsome than the real Charles. Yes, that is not open to discussion. So I was watching a video about the costumes in The Crown. The attention to detail in every costume is just amazing. So yeah, I really like this season. So if you want to watch something dramatic, historical TV show, then yeah, watch The Crown. The next season is gonna come in 2022. Like, that's so far away. Let's go now to anime that I've been watching lately, and the first one is Erased. I have watched it already before, but I decided to rewatch it because I remember that it was like such an amazing anime. The opening theme is one of my absolute favorites from any anime that I've ever seen. It's just so catchy. I never ever skipped it. So Erased is about this guy who can basically jump in time in little moments so that he can prevent bad things from happening. This time though, he went back like 17 years in the past, and he has to solve this mystery about this girl that he once knew that got kidnapped and killed. Yes, it's kind of a dark anime. If you're not an anime fan, if you are just not really into anime, I would still recommend this one to you because it doesn't really feel like an anime. You know, like those typical, hey Luna, no! Wait. Another anime that I watched is Violet Evergarden. Well, I watched the movie because I've watched the anime before and I love it. It's one of the most beautiful anime that I've ever seen. And I realized that there's a movie. I had no idea, but I saw that it was on Netflix and I watched it, and it's equally as beautiful. Violet Evergarden is this woman who has these prosthetic arms because she lost hers in the war. And she gets hired to write people letters, basically. If you've seen the movie Her, it's kind of something similar to that. When I watched the anime, I cried throughout so many of the episodes. So if you want to watch something that is gonna... Hola. So if you want to watch an anime that will get you in your feels, then I suggest you watch Violet Evergarden. And I'm gonna go feed Luna now because she is annoying me. Hi everyone. So apparently my camera battery died. My other camera battery, which I thought was charging, was in fact not charging. So now I have no camera batteries. And so I grabbed my vlog camera now, which is where you're seeing me from. We're just gonna keep this video going with a new camera now, with my vlog camera. This video is a mess. I just moved, and so everything is wrong. I feel like I have my orange, but I don't have a sense of where everything is yet. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the movies that I've watched lately. The first one is The Peanut Butter Falcon, starring Shia LaBeouf and ¿cómo ella se llama? Dakota Johnson. The Peanut Butter Falcon is an extremely wholesome movie. It's about this guy, Shia LaBeouf, who meets this other guy who has Down syndrome, and they become very unlikely friends, and it's just so endearing. I smiled a lot throughout the whole movie. Like I said, it's just very, very heartwarming. If you want something that would lift up your spirits, then this is definitely the movie that you should watch. Another movie that I watched is Minari. I talked about it in one of my videos already, but it stars Steven Yeun, who I think is one of the best actors of today, right now. I think he deserves an Academy Award for this movie or for Burning, but you know, that can't happen anymore. But he's just amazing. I love him. He was my favorite character in The Walking Dead also. Minari, it's a very emotional and human story. It's about this Korean family that immigrated to the United States, and they have this farm. I feel like I can't even describe this movie normally because I just want to talk about how it made me feel, and what it made me feel was just so emotional, captivated. The movie was so captivating. I believe this movie isn't out yet, so I don't know if you can watch it online right now. I watched it through a film festival. So whenever it does come out, write it down or something so that you remember that, oh yes, this is an amazing movie, I should watch it. Another movie I watched recently is Vampires vs. the Bronx. It's a Netflix movie about these boys who live in the Bronx. I really, really wanted to watch it because one of the boys is Dominican. There's a lot of Dominican people in this movie, and it was made by a Dominican director. So I, of course, had to watch this movie. There's a lot of Dominican things in the movie as well. I was really excited every time I saw a flag or, you know, a plantain. This movie was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna say it was like a masterpiece or anything like that. It's just one of those movies that you can watch and just have fun with it, put it on one night and laugh with your friends. It's a little bit ridiculous, but it was just very, very entertaining and funny. Plátano Power. The next movie I watched is Shoplifters. Shoplifters is a Japanese movie. I hadn't watched it. I wanted to watch it for a long time, and I finally did the day that I got really, really sick. I was like, I'm just gonna stay in bed and watch everything that I want to watch that's on my watch list. So I watched Shoplifters. I must say, this movie really, really got to me. Like I said on my Letterboxd, this movie broke me. It's about these people who aren't really related, but they kind of form this family. They are thieves, they are outcasts, they are people that are kind of misunderstood and they don't really have a place. Some of them are little kids that don't have really any other option. This movie is very heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. I think that wanting to belong to a group of people is just something that is very human. Every human wants that some way or another, and I think this movie captures that really well. So the next movie I watched is a documentary called Sugar Curse. It's on Netflix, and it's about this girl who is from Singapore. When she was 18 years old, she made this movie. Was meant to be kind of like this groundbreaking movie in Singapore. It was supposed to be this huge classic, and she was only 18 years old. She made it with two of her friends and this older man who turned out to be not so trustworthy. Essentially, he stole the film and it never really saw the light of day. She finally, after like 25 years, she got the footage back, and that's when they decided to make this documentary about all of these events that happened and how this huge project came to be nothing. It was nothing for the past 25 years. As someone who loves filmmaking, I just think of something like that happening to me, and I would just, you know. Another documentary that I watched is Blackpink, Light Up the Sky. As you guys know, I love Blackpink, and I was very excited to see their story on a documentary. I was super surprised that they did this, actually. I think this documentary really showed their personalities a lot more. I think we got to know them personally a little bit more. We got to understand, for example, Jennie and why she's so quiet. Sometimes she's really shy. As well with the other girls, you can see their personalities a lot more. You can see how Rosé overthinks a lot, and how Lisa is a very easygoing, happy person. Jisoo, she's just funny. She's so funny, but I feel like we all knew that. It was a good insight into how they started and how huge, amazingly popular they've become. Okay, so an animated movie that I watched recently is Over the Moon. It's a Netflix movie. It's about this Chinese girl who is in love with the idea of this Chinese story about this woman who lives on the moon waiting for her one true love. Ever since she was little, she loved that story. Her mom read it to her. She decides that she's gonna build a rocket and, you know, fly to the moon and talk to this woman that lives there. I think it was very interesting to not only get to know this Chinese story, but also seeing it animated. I thought the animation was beautiful, and the animation on the moon, like that whole world in the moon, was something that I'd never really seen before, and I think that it was very original and different. Kind of felt like a Super Mario game, like a Rainbow Road or something. Some of the songs kind of sounded a little bit too like pop, and it kind of threw me off because the music previously in the movie had been very Disney-ish, and then we have this pop song with choreography and everything. But then I kind of liked that as the movie progressed. I kind of liked that aspect of it. So yeah, it was just a really fun movie. If you want to watch an animated movie with your little brothers and sisters, your kids, or you know, if you just want to enjoy an animated movie as an adult, because you totally can, and I do that all the time. Okay guys, that's it for what I've watched lately. Let me know what other movies or TV shows you guys have been watching, or anime, in the comments so that I can go take a look, because now I'm kind of looking for another TV show to watch. I have a lot of movies in my watch list that I want to watch, but I don't have any TV shows. I feel like with TV shows it's kind of harder for me to choose. So let me know what TV shows you guys have been watching. And of course, don't forget to check out Lingoda. I'm gonna leave the link in the description along with a voucher for you to sign up and, you know, do that sprint and maybe learn a new language. I promise it really pays off to learn a second language, and, you know, even better if you already know 2 languages, to know a third language. That's what I'm trying to do with French. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a video in French. No, I won't make a video in French. Hopefully I can get better and better with each class, and hopefully you guys can too learn a language and do the sprint. Okay, thank you so much for watching this kind of like mini chaos of a video. We made it work. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.